Welcome back to another Zemo walk and talk. Man, what a day. What a week. It's only Wednesday. Feels like forever. You know what, this whole daylight savings in America really throws off the groove. You know what I'm saying? All of you Americans know what I'm talking about. But we're dreaming. We're making it happen. Nonetheless, one day at a time. One video at a time. What more can I ask than to just be grateful for another day? That's the claim, right? That's the claim to fame. So tomorrow we're actually heading out to Southern California. A little life update. Visit some friends, visit some homies. Day one legends that we haven't seen in a minute. So looking forward to that. Can't say I'm looking forward to leaving at 6 a.m. from Sacramento Airport. That's okay. I had to make the plans. I'm just following along. Makes it that much easier. But we're still here. We're making it happen. So as I was pondering the things that I'm learning, the business ventures that I've taken, and in addition to that, in conjunction with that, having been taking care of a dog for nearly a year. We're almost there. We're at the, I believe we're at the 10-month mark since January 2nd, 2023. I've learned a lot about dogs, the way they think, the way they do things, and it got me thinking upon learning about dogs. It got me thinking that dogs have an interesting relationship with business. Kind of weird. An odd thought, to say the least. Hey Jean, what the heck are you talking about? What you talking about? Dogs have nothing to do with business. Dogs are just dogs. They're meant to be man's best friends. They're meant to be comforters, helpers. What are you talking about? How could dogs ever help someone in their business? Well, we're gonna dissect some things that I've learned having trained Zemo, quote unquote trained, doing the best I can. I'm not like a professional trainer or nothing like that, but I've learned many a thing. One of the key things when we first got him, and when as I was watching a plethora of videos, shout out to McCann Dog Training, because they dialed me in on how to raise a puppy, which is most of the reason why Zemo is pretty tame compared to some dogs that or some puppies rather, that I've heard about. He is pretty tame. He's not that big of a hassle compared to the puppies that I've heard about. Zemo actually wasn't terrible at sleeping overnight. I've heard that that's one of the biggest things. And he was already potty trained by the time we got him, so that helped tremendously. But in any case, there were still things that I had to train him on. Dogs naturally go through the teething phase, just biting everything and anything that comes in their path. And can't say that was fun, but it was definitely an adventure. And he actually learned some tricks along the way. I've taught him paw, heel, down, up. I taught him to go in between my legs. That's another trick that I taught him. However, the key thing with raising a puppy and raising a dog was doing it every day, doing it consistently. And it wasn't easy. He didn't listen all the time necessarily. But there was a turning point where it would just happen. And then I can't say there was like a magic pill or anything, but it was just like one day it just clicked. It clicked on him. He knew what I wanted him to do and he did it. And it took upwards of like 2 to 3 months for him to recognize the pattern, for him to understand, okay, this is what he wants me to do when he says this, and I'll get rewarded. Yeah, I have to do this and then this will happen. I have to do this and this will happen. So with business, consistency is key. Dogs are very, very pattern heavy, and they'll do things in an orderly fashion based on the consistency, the pattern that you set for them. So if you're lazy in your training, well, they're not going to be obedient. Case in point. If you don't take him on a walk every day, then he's just going to have all this energy built in him, pent up in him, rather. So there's cause and effect to all these things. There's a reason why, you know, there's certain protocols, certain things that dog owners should do for their dogs for their benefit. And it's a consistency basis, right? Like we said. Is it easy? Not at all. Is it doable? In the right mindset and in the right portion, I'll say. Was I able to spend hours and hours on end training Zemo? At the time, yes. I didn't have a job. I wasn't working on a business or anything. But I was able to spend the time that I could with him. And now me and him have a pretty solid relationship. Or at least I think so. And he listens to me. And it was actually interesting because when I came back from the DR in September, he actually, I can tell that his loyalty was to me versus anybody else in the family. Not that, you know, I mean, we're playing favorites or anything, but I can tell that we spent a lot of time together. I didn't realize it, but we did spend a lot of time together. And that's the differentiator. I spent time consistently, regularly with Zemo. And look at him now. He's still a knucklehead. But when it comes to business, you'll never see your hard work show. In business, you'll work every day waiting for that break, the breakthrough, right? The day where you look at yourself and like, yeah, I made it, right? Everyone's longing for that day. Everyone looks for that day. Everyone looks forward to that day, which for good reason. Come on, bub. Let's go. Good boy. Rightfully so. If you're starting a business and you want to make $1 million a year, $12 million a year, $1 billion a year, whatever figure that might be, everyone longs for that day. However, it takes that consistent effort and the hindsight and foresight to know that, yeah, what I'm doing is for my benefit, and I know that it's gonna turn out for the better, whether I can see it right now or not. And most times you can't see the blessings of your hard work. You'll never see it. As a matter of fact, you'll never get to that point where you look at yourself, your situation, and you're satisfied with it. It'll never come. But it takes the one day for you to display contentment, to show gratitude for where you are, for every step in that process, for you to say to yourself, look in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm proud of where I am. I'm proud of what I've done. And I'm gonna keep going. That's the sauce right there. That's what makes or breaks someone who's actually willing to put in the hard work, to someone who's really willing to see that success in their business, versus someone who just has a project that they've been wanting to do for years on end. No, this is someone different. This is someone who is striving for bigger things, for better things. And that could be you. That could be you. And that's the key, is everyone has this ability. Oh, there it is. Everyone has this ability. Sorry, it's super dark. Everyone has this ability to become great. But it's the time you put in. It's the time you put in when no one's looking. It's the time you put in when everyone's opposed, when everyone's resisting you. It's the effort that you consistently put in when everything seems to be going against you, yet you still show up for yourself every day. It's those moments that make it worth it when you reach that breakthrough. So, keep going. Come on. Keep going. See? Zemo actually came through. I don't believe that he actually listens to me until like moments like that. Keep going. Whatever you're doing right now, and if you wholeheartedly know that it's the right thing, you're getting the right guidance, you're getting the right wisdom, you're getting the necessary counsel and direction, keep going. No one said it was going to be easy. No one said it's going to be a walk in the park. No one said that you'd be an overnight success. No one told you that. All they said was it's going to take a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and you're going to hate every moment of it until you start showing contentment and gratitude for every day. That consistency, it'll break you. It breaks most. That's what differentiates the top 10%. The resilience, the consistency, and the discipline required. It takes a lot. It takes a lot for someone to continuously fail. It takes a lot for someone to see how many bad things they've done within their business and to bounce right back up and say, you know what? I know I made a mistake here, but this is what I learned from it. This is what I'm going to do differently next time. It takes guts. It takes guts to be able to tell yourself that. And if you don't have the right guidance, the right mentor, the right wisdom in front of you to help you, guide you through that mentality, through that process, it's going to be that much more difficult, not going to lie. It's possible still. But with that consistency, with that regularity, you'll be there in no time. I guarantee that. That consistency will go further than anything that you can imagine. That consistency is what differentiates you from your competition, differentiates you from the game, makes you stand out as different. And your business wants that. Your business wants you to thrive. The business wants to grow. Imagine that. Imagine your business was a person, like an actual human being, asking you for help, and it's telling you, based on what it's struggling, it's asking you for help, and then you give up on them. How would that person feel if you gave up on them? They'd feel pretty crappy. So be there for them. Be there for your business. Show up for your business. There were so many days where I had setbacks with Zemo. When I was training him, he wouldn't listen. Then we'd have to go back to square one. But look at him now. Still doesn't listen to me. But I'm so grateful for him. I'm so happy to have him in my life. It has taught me so many things about myself, even things I know I need to work on even more so now. And that's what you can do with your business. Show up and show out for your business. Be there. Crush the game. Be content with where you're at. Strive for that greatness, for that growth. And only good things will come from it. Well, that's enough for my soapbox. Hope you found value in this. If you did, make sure to share it with someone that you think would also find value in it. And if you liked it, go and click that like button. And our neighborhood dog also will join you in that endeavor. He really enjoys when we come through. Go ahead and comment if you enjoyed something in particular, something that you personally want to work on. All right, come on. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, click like and subscribe for more content just like this to see my journey, follow my journey all the way through. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for coming on this version of Zemo Walk and Talk. See you next time.